What's up, you guys? ASD Classified here, and I'm here to do a review of the season finale of Power Rangers Megaforce, episode 20, Endgame. But before I get into that, I just wanted to say this. I recently rewatched episodes 1 and 2 of Megaforce, and after watching them, I was like, what happened? What happened? Those two episodes were just so good. I mean, the only complaint I originally had about them was that, continuity errors, stuff with Gosei and Zordon, and stuff about people not knowing about aliens and Power Rangers. But if you get over that, those two episodes are really good. And it's like, what happened? What happened? When? Why did the season just go into mediocrity? It just, I don't understand. It was so much better than Samurai when it started, and then by the end they're like on the same level. I don't even, forget it. So moving on. Alright, this finale, right? Alright, so this episode starts off with Troy in the woods, training with his dragon sword, and he just happens to be shirtless too. Fan service, I guess, for the ladies and gays who like mannequins. Whatever. So yeah, he was training, and then his teammate showed up, and I think it was Gia. She was like, oh my god, Troy, we've been summoned. Code red alert! So then the Rangers all went to where the villains were at, and yeah, let's talk about this scene. So the Rangers were really making a big deal about the villains here. They were like, oh no, there's so many of them. Mela Alice must have been working overtime. There's so many robots. How are we gonna fight all of them? Rangers, we must fight them. We can't give up. We gotta beat them. Yeah. It was mostly loogies, alright? They were acting like there was this big robotic army. It was mostly loogies. There were like 3 robot soldiers in this army of loogies, and the Rangers defeated these robots with ease. In fact, they defeated everybody there in the span of 2 minutes. But they sit here making this big old deal like this is just so dangerous. Oh no, how can we ever win? So unnecessary. So the Rangers and Robo Knight with great ease deal with the loogies and the 3 robots, and then Varak in his base is like, perhaps I should fight them again. And then he prepares to go fight them, and then Mela Alice is like, Varak, my place is at your side. Let me go with you. And then Varak is like, nope, thirsty bitches stay in the base. I'll call you if I need you, alright? Varak goes to fight the Rangers and Robo Knight, and during their battle, the Rangers called on their Ultra mode, and then they tried to hit them with that, what do you call it, the Ultra Dynamic Strike? I don't know. They tried to hit them with that, and then Robo Knight tried to hit them with his Vulcan cannon. They both fired at Varak at the same time, but then Varak absorbed the energy and reflected it back at the Rangers, and this somehow made their morphers useless and powerless and stuff, so they couldn't use it anymore. And then the Ultra mode powered down, but the Rangers, they stayed in their regular suits, but they couldn't use Ultra mode anymore, and they couldn't use any of their power cards because their morphers are damaged and whatever. So yeah, and then Varak was injured from doing that, so the Messenger showed up to take over. And I really did like the Messenger in this episode. He's cool. He had nice dialogue. His voice actually sounds pretty cool. And he's really strong in battle. So, Messenger, he was pretty cool. So, yeah. So, the Messenger showed up. And then he was like, well done, Your Highness. And the Rangers were like, Your Highness? And then Messenger was like, you didn't know? Varak is the brother of the prince and second in line to the throne. I just had to laugh when he said, you didn't know. It's like, the Rangers know nothing of their villains in this season. Not a damn thing. And neither does the audience. So, like, we know nothing about these villains yet. We don't even know their name, what species they are. We know nothing. Zilch! But whatever, so the Messenger then engages the Rangers and Robo Knight into battle, completely whooping their ass all across that field, just dominating like a boss. And yeah, he eventually makes the Rangers demorph, and they can't morph again because their morphers are damaged. At one point, the messenger was about to finish the Rangers off with an energy beam, but Robo Knight stepped in the way, and he somehow was able to power up his morpher and shoot a trifusion beam at the messenger to protect the Rangers, and the energy beam ended up absorbing some of the messenger's power. And then after that, you know, the Rangers were like, Robo Knight, how were you able to use your morpher? It doesn't have any power. And then Robo Knight explained that he was able to use his own internal energy to power up the morpher again. Okay, whatever. And then with the energy he stole from the messenger, he used that energy to power up the Rangers morphers again. So, yay. But Robo Knight no longer had any power left, and at one point he just like passed out on the ground, and then he gave Troy his weapon to use in battle, you know. Talking about, my weapon will give you the edge over the messenger. So, yeah, the 5 Rangers had to fight without Robo Knight. And let me tell you something. When those Rangers remorphed into battle, that was pretty much one of my favorite parts of this episode. It was awesome. Like, they just went, go, go, Megaforce! And then they morphed, and there was the explosion, and they jumped, and then they morphed in mid-air. Man, oh, God, I loved it. And then, when they had the cards flying to them to morph into Ultra Mode, and he had Ghostface's voice in the background, Ultra Mode, morph! Yes! So once the Rangers were back in their Ultra Mode, they showed the messenger that the Earth will not be so easily taken. And with their powers combined with Robo Knight's Vulcan cannon, they defeated the messenger once and for all. After the messenger was defeated, Varak brought his sorry ass back on the scene. And he's like, Rangers, you haven't won yet. And then Metal Alice popped up. And she's like, Master, you're too weakened to fight them. Let me. And then she just pushed him out the way. Hilarious. And then she went to go fight the Rangers, and she was just acting crazy at this point. I've been holding back. You haven't seen my full power. Now witness what a real robot can do. And just, you know, attacking the Rangers all crazily. And she's like, I don't care if there's 6 or 100 Rangers. You can never beat me. And let me tell you, it only took one Ranger to beat Robo Alice. Troy hit Robo Alice. Oh, Metal Alice, whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. Troy hit Metal Alice twice, and she exploded. Like, she's like, I'm malfunctioning. No! Like, are you kidding me? What? Episode 17, you defeated all 6 of the Rangers by yourself. This episode, 2 hits, and you're blowing up and malfunctioning and shit. What? Whatever. So Metal Alice blew up, but you know, there was a big explosion, but she was still partially alive or operational, I don't know. So yeah, and then Varak went over to her, and he's like, you know, yeah, you served me well, Metal Alice, you were very loyal, but now you're obsolete and worthless, so yeah, goodbye. And he just left her to blow up for real this time and die. I'll give Varak this, he is cold-blooded. I mean, when you think about it, Varak is being a hypocrite here. I mean, by episode 18, Varak was dead and obsolete, but it's only because of Metal Alice that Varak is alive right now. But now that Metal Alice has been damaged, Varak doesn't attempt to repair her or anything. Nope, she's just obsolete, and he lets her blow up and die. Master! Cold-blooded. So after Metal Alice is destroyed, Varak goes into hiding because he's worried that the alien armada will not recognize him in his cyborg form, and they'll probably attack him and destroy him, which, I mean, I guess that's a valid reason, I guess. So Varak leaves, the Rangers then demorph, and they try to go to Robo Knight, but apparently Robo Knight has just walked off, you know, he's just left. I don't know why he left. I mean, he's damaged and injured. He clearly needs the Rangers' help, but he decided to walk off and do his own thing. I don't know. Then Troy decides to report in to Ghostface, you know, tell him everything that happened. He's like, Ghostface, Metal Alice and the messenger have been destroyed. Varak has gotten away, and Robo Knight has disappeared. What should we do? Ghostface, and then Ghostface. Oh my God. Oh man. Ghostface is like, Rangers, more! What? More! Oh my God. That scene, that gave me the best laugh. Oh my God. I've never laughed so hard at a Megaforce episode. Gosei was panicking like shit. Oh my god, more. Oh man, I guess this was supposed to be dramatic, but it was just too funny. Okay, so the Rangers then morph, you know, go Megaforce, and as soon as they morph, the alien armada just attacks the whole city. They just laying damage to everything, blowing up all the buildings, like thousands of spaceships just over the planet. And then these ships are also firing at the Rangers, and they're running from the energy beams and explosions and shit. And then the Rangers are hiding in the woods, you know. And then Troy's like, oh no, Robo Knight, I gotta find him. And then Troy leaves the other Rangers in the woods and just go running out there in the danger like an idiot. And that's pretty much how the episode ends, with Troy being shot at because he's an idiot. So overall, this episode was slightly better than last week's episode. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. I mean, yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it a little bit. The action was good. Messenger was a pretty cool character. Still, I'm not exactly pleased that it took the entire episode for the alien armada to finally show itself. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous. I mean, just last episode, they were like over the earth. And then in this episode, at the beginning of this episode, Varak and the villains, they were talking and they were like, the alien armada will be here in 2 hours. 2 hours? They're already over the earth, bruh. It takes 2 hours to enter Earth's atmosphere? Really? Really? But whatever. When the alien armada finally did show up and was doing all that damage and building explosions, you know I live for building explosions, you know. That was a pretty cool sequence. It was, you know. I don't know. I enjoyed it a little bit. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. I'm just going to be nice, alright? So yeah, Megaforce is over. Next year, we go to Super Megaforce. Yay! I will say this one thing though. When Super Megaforce premieres, there better be a damn good explanation for why the Rangers don't call their Zords in this battle. I mean, I'm just gonna assume that Saban Brands is not making original Zord footage. I'm just gonna assume that. So there better be a damn good reason for why the Rangers do not call the millions of Zords they have received in this season to fight all these spaceships. I'm telling you, there better be. You could just say that the villains blew up Gosei's base and that somehow damaged the Zords. I don't know. You can come up with reasons. You better do it. That's all I'm saying. So I'm done with this review and this disappointing season. So what did you guys think? For those who are watching, what did you think of this finale of Megaforce? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was meh? Let me know in a comment if you would be so kind. Alright. Later, you guys.